Welcome back, class. Teach Blaze here with some more Space Marine from 2011. I hope you enjoyed the first two episodes.
Guardsmen will get their supplies now.
I'm enjoying playing it. It's a good kind of action adventure game set in the 40k universe. I've turned down
Captain Titus, you are a man of your word, my lord. Thank you.
What is your situation, Lieutenant?
We're gathering our wounded and are heading to the Andris habitation block to establish an outpost. With the cannon down, our support craft will land there.
Very well. My battle brothers and I must secure any operational Warlord-class Titans before the Orks can loot them.
Good luck.
So I turned the audio down from the previous couple episodes. I know the game audio was really loud and my voice wasn't necessarily heard. Some of you might have wanted to hear the game more, but no point playing and commenting if you can't hear it. Boom, headshot.
Leg it!
Oh, they're running. Interesting. I'm enjoying this while they're fleeing. Because just because an enemy flees doesn't mean they're not fair game. Ooh, out of ammo. Okay. I don't know if you guys know this, but actually almost all medieval or ancient battles, most of the casualties come from when people ran from the battle, because they'd have cavalry chasing them down and stuff like that, because you don't want them to be there to fight another day. So the music's picked up. I don't know why. I've killed a lot of greenskins. The Imperial Guard mentioned they're going to a hap block. Obviously, that's a habitation block. Just looking at that gives you a bit of a sense of scale of how big that gun is. I know I've talked about that a couple times, but that's something that gets lost a lot of time in Warhammer, I find, is you lose sight of how big these things actually are supposed to be. And there's lots of little things you don't really notice, like or you wouldn't even think about, like what happens when ships enter an atmosphere. Like when hundreds or thousands of ships of these giant barges enter an atmosphere.
Now that bridge is a testament.
What happens to the weather and the atmosphere?
The Adeptus Mechanicus are masterful architects.
Their work outlived all of them.
Some grenades here. And it's stuff like that you don't realize, and I didn't realize things like that until I read some of Dan Abnett's stuff, and that really kind of went, oh, I never thought about that. Oh, we got an Ork
The
train.
lieutenant not say these tracks went to the complex as a Titus.
And look,
That thing is a battering ram.
they're fighting each other. That's interesting. I want to get rid of that squig, but and then my buddies start shooting over the way. That's nice. So I think it was Trader General that Abbott talked about that for the first time, or at least that I recognized all the ships coming in and changing the weather and the atmosphere and how it would mess up cloud patterns, things like that. I don't know if that's actually the case because I'm not a meteorologist, but it's neat little things to think of. Or like how the cyclonic torpedoes work to essentially destroy a whole planet. That's always awesome read. That's in the third Force Heresy book, I think. I can't remember what it's called, but it's awesome. Just lighten these guys up the way it should be. Purge the Xenos. Interesting. Oh, a servo skull. So these are the collectibles. I haven't collected one yet, but these are the collectibles. I should have held it down so you could listen to it. My bad. Sorry, everybody. So this game isn't super long. I think I remember it being about that is if you guys enjoy it. We added some more subscribers and some more people, so that's always awesome. It kind of always blows me away that some people would like to watch me play and comment on video games. That's pretty cool. So welcome new people. Good to hear from you older people. But we're just getting started. Oh jeez. I hate squigs. Hate them. One thing I never really reconciled was the, like in games and in a lot of media, oh nice, those guys got the squid, sweet. The Space Marines, because of their armor, are almost always, like, portrayed as these plodding. Like look at how he's like, it's very slow and plodding, but in the books, they're faster, a lot of times they're faster than the human eye can see. Now, I know that wouldn't necessarily make a great game, but I always found that interesting. Alright, let's get on this train. Oh, I thought I was gonna... Oh, we're gonna jump on the train, sweet.
Now to stop this ram. Time to impact.
No more than 6 minutes.
Time enough.
Oh, it's a ram. So one cool thing I always read about the Orks is like, so Orks are the most powerful psychers in the galaxy. Like they have the most psychic power, but they don't know how to control it. But it just infuses their everyday life. So like they build these contraptions that have by no law of any kind of science, they shouldn't work, right? But because they think they should, they do, because of how strong they are psychic. I can't see him. Oh, he's dead. Which I think is hilarious. And they think red makes things go faster. So they paint everything red, and it does make them go faster because of their psychic ability. Which is just such a cool thing, like the different, ooh, this might get difficult. The differences. So cool. In my opinion. Oh, great execution chain going here. Like, they're all based off of kind of historical fantasy tropes, and a lot of the Space Marine chapters are actually based off of historical armies and their organization. I mentioned a couple episodes ago the Ultramarines were the Romans, the White Scars are the Mongolians.
Time to impact.
The Dark Knights are kind of like medieval knights, or not the Dark Knights, the Dark Angels, sorry. Who else?
Forward then.
Oh, that's terrible. I should be able to think of all of them. Like, they're all based off of something, you know?
Cover me while I get to that weapon.
They all have their unique identities that I think are really cool. Especially the Primogenitor. Okay, killed him. Chapters. And even the successor chapters are pretty cool. I don't know much about them, other than maybe the Black Templars, but very interesting. Oh, this thing. Alright, let's take it. How do I take it? X. Oh, it's still on. Uh-oh. Like, this thing should be able to fly. But because the Orks think it can, it does. It's gonna kill me here. And a lot of, like... Oh, jeez. And a lot of, like, if you ever play against them in the tabletop, at least they used to, I don't know what the new edition's like. Their psychic abilities, half the time they backfire, which is always hilarious when a psyker does something and then kills half his army. Oh, there we go. Part 2, the Inquisitor. Another Inquisitor? Can we play a game without Inquisitors?
The Manufactorum still holds.
Some Imperial Guard units made it here after all.
They cannot hold for long. We
So if
must
you look
hurry.
right there, that's the Mechanicus, Adeptus Mechanicus symbol. So they're the guys that essentially build all the technology, or maintain all the technology in the world. They're based out of Mars, on Mars, and the Emperor had to make like a pact with them to, oh, a servo skull, to get their allegiance. And
What
of
is that
course, there's
servo skull doing?
Trying to deliver a message. Must be damaged. The seal of the Inquisition. Interesting.
What is the Inquisition doing here?
We're about to find out.
This is Inquisitor Drogan. I need urgent assistance at Manufactorum Majakis. They're after the experimental device. The device is safe for the time being. I've drawn them off, but now I'm trapped. If I die, you must keep the device out of enemy hands, or he'll be unstoppable. I needed more time. I was nearly ready.
An experimental weapon.
We need to find the Inquisitor before the Orks do. Keep moving. Remain alert.
Alright, I guess that's our mission. So another Inquisitor. I don't know what Ordos he would be. You'd think he'd be Ordos Xenos. Because of all the Orks, maybe? But who knows? I can't actually remember much of the
Serve the
story.
machine god by joining corpse removal crews.
I mean, it
at
was
your
11 years
designated
ago I played it.
evacuation center.
Which blows my mind. I was still living with my parents and going to school at that time. And if I remember correctly, this came out like a couple months before Skyrim. And then Skyrim
Captain,
took over my life
look,
for a little bit.
the Orks must be operating that crane.
They will not stop until they break through that gate.
We must disable that crane.
Okay. Ah, good grenade. Oh, that was perfect. I mean, I probably didn't need to use one there, but... good. Let's keep it moving. Ooh, a servo skull. Okay, I'll play this one for you guys.
Personal message cache. Guardsman Alexander. Tonight was a good day. Clearing a foundry of Orks. Heard a banging from inside the furnace. It's a good thing I didn't throw a grenade inside. It's all full of civilians.
Let's keep going.
Do not abandon your work.
So I do like the look of this game. The feel it does feel like they did their homework on what a Forge world would be like. The Space Marine 2 second trailer, they talk about that, and they make it seem like they play the board game, the tabletop and stuff like that, which is really promising. Because something like this, there's nothing. Well, there's lots of things worse, but
forward.
It really bothers
Clear out
me
the
when
Orks.
When someone takes control of an IP and doesn't understand. Oh my god! Doesn't understand what it is, right? Like the original Resident Evil movies, or got him stun locked here. Or even the new Resident Evil TV series on Netflix. It's very frustrating because there's parts of that. A little bit of clipping there.
Managed to power that cannon.
Even a single shot will blast right through the gates.
We cannot allow that.
Drop it. Nice. Some good destruction there.
Number 2 control deck, do you read?
This is Captain Titus of the Ultramarines.
Okay, so he is a
Identify
captain.
yourself.
This is Corporal Antioch, sir. That is, my lord.
I need access to the Manufactorum, Corporal.
There is a service lift in the hangar directly below where you drop the cargo, my lord. We can meet you there.
Stand ready. We will be there shortly. Titus out.
The new Netflix series, there's parts of it where it's okay, they've played the games, they understand that, and then there's parts of it where it's like,
bring the access bridge down.
what are you doing?
Robbing
It's very disappointing. And
Kill him
that's why I'm kind of happy that Warhammer has not been adapted for Netflix or the big screen yet. There's been a couple smaller movies, like there was an Ultramarines movie, but that was almost made in-house. It terrifies me for Netflix or someone to get a hold of Warhammer. But I'm not doing it. I shouldn't go on a rant about that. But it's always appreciative when going back to this is they clearly care about the IP and care about doing right by the I like how I just took the little pause there to shoot him. Doing right by the fans and things like that, which is hugely important in my opinion. Bunch of little Gretchen. Goodbye. More coming. That was probably a waste of a barrel, but if I remember correctly, those, like, the kind of bigger, normal level orcs are called knobs, I think. So, get your immature giggle out there if you need it. I'm
My
too
lord,
used to
we must
teaching high
hurry.
school kids.
The greenskins are on the move again. If they find the access point we are using, we will not last.
Don't run! Cowards. Fleeing from the Emperor's light.
Kill them Space Marines!
Beautiful. So this game's been a little bit harder to commentate on. And a little bit easier, because there's a lot I can kind of just off the cuff talk about because of my very low level understanding of Warhammer. But, like, Demon Hunters was easier because I could talk through my thought process the whole time, whereas this game
lift
there's
is
not a lot of
this
thought
way.
process. So, I don't know if the commentary is
Corporal
not as
Antioch,
interesting or
we
what.
are in
but
position.
Excellent, Captain.
I think I'm only going to
sending the
record
lift up
one
now.
episode today just because it is so warm where I live today. Looks like we're getting a new weapon though, which is nice. So maybe I'll make this one a little bit longer, but not crazy long. I think half an hour.
Granting access.
Ooh, a power axe.
Authorization of Startease Ultra.
An
Power axe is sheathed in sparking power field and delivers devastating blows, able to crack open heavy armor.
entire horde!
Antioch,
Sweet.
hold the lift. We have orcs inbound.
New Space Marine is going to be Titus, which will be cool. Oh yeah, the Echo model is way better. It's supposed to be Tyranids, so that'll be interesting, because Tyranids kind of... They seem like they're almost unbeatable. Like, what's a high fleet? Like, anything in its path, you can't really stop them. Like, even the Ultramarines. I think they've lost a planet or two, if I remember correctly, to a high fleet, so that'll be interesting. And the reveal trailer is so good. It was all cinematic, well, mostly cinematic. Kind of crazy to review. I don't think Mark Strong is returning to voice Titus, which is too bad, but... It's kind of interesting going from... Last night I was streaming that Stray game, and now I'm playing this Ultramarines. A lot of enemies. This Ultraviolet Warhammer game. Here we go. Oh, rage time. That was crazy. That's a cool little
Corporal Antioch,
thing.
Yes, my lord.
we have word that an Inquisitor is in the Manufactorum.
Yes, Lord Drogon. We have not seen him for several days. Has the Liberation fleet arrived, my lord?
The fleet is still en route, Corporal. The Ultramarines are here as a vanguard, to cripple the enemy and secure the most valuable assets.
I see.
But the facility and its Titans remain secure.
All I can say for certain is that no Orc has breached this gate, my lord.
Contact Lieutenant Mira. Her unit is establishing a bastion in Hab Center Andres, and your support craft now have a viable approach from orbit.
What of the Colonel and his staff?
They did not survive.
I hate one of my
Here
pet
we are, my
peeves is
lord.
like
My
when
thanks,
a game's
Corporal.
elevator like makes you turn around. I don't know why, it just drives me crazy. Every time I'm in an elevator and I can't tell what way to turn, it bothers me.
Oi, keep that muzzle clean, guardsman.
I thought he was talking to me. Here's another collectible, let's have a listen.
Encoded transmission from Inquisitor Drogon to Inquisitor Lord Sharp. As we'd hoped, my lord, Forge World Graia is an ideal location to focus on my work. Though helpful, the tech priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus are forever curious. Interest can easily turn to interference. I will be cautious about involving them in my experiments, at least for now.
Of course he's an Inquisitor, so he has to be secretive and everything like that. Those look like Orc guns aiming at me.
At
no.
last, a place the Orcs have not stained.
For now, I doubt even
Chapter 6, Lair of
Giants.
Giants.
Orcs to back away.
Indeed. We must find this Inquisitor and the Titan Invictus.
So if you notice, a lot of the architecture is very gothic.
Be not concerned with events beyond these walls. Work,
All the things pointing to the sky.
meet your quota. Increased productivity gains high favor from the machine god.
So the Machine God is also known as the Omnissiah. There's kind of discussion between whether the Emperor is the Omnissiah or not, but essentially the priests of Mars, or the Adeptus Mechanicus, kind of had to admit that the Emperor was a god to align with him, so there's a lot of kind of like retconning and stuff from them. See, there's the cog of the Mechanicus, who we looked at earlier. So there's a lot of kind of backtracking and retconning.
Titan Invictus seems undamaged at least.
Titan Invictus seems unused, you mean? Is this invasion not enough to bring out the War Titans?
It takes hundreds to get a War Titan.
So that's a
operational,
Titan.
Sergeant. Without them, it sits idle.
And they're, I think they're the most powerful machines the Imperium can bring to bear. And every faction has kind of their own Titan, but it just look at the size of it, right? You can tell how big it is. Looks like we're gonna
Captain, this is an auger station. I can
Right
scan
over
for the
here.
Inquisitor's life signs.
Access authorized.
There, a lone human.
Identity confirmed. Drogon. Ordo Xenos.
Okay, so
Within
he is
this wing
Ordo
of the
Xenos.
Manufactorum.
I read alien signals throughout the facility, and a large number converging on the Inquisitor's location.
Okay, we're at our time limit, so I think that's a good time to stop. Thank you for joining me. I'll keep playing. If you guys keep watching, give it a like, comment, and subscribe. That's your homework for tonight, and class dismissed.